Robots Radio presents...
Previously on Ambrosia Island.
Welcome, everyone, to Ambrosia Island. Yes, so, look, I should explain this.
Yeah, we already got your welcome.
Don't know if I trust this man.
Not as far as Jean can throw a man.
Some might call me a philanthropist. My field, I guess, was more astronomy. Ambrosia Island is a place where the sharpest minds come to ply their trade.
Her name is Joan Cassidy. Is she a part of your staff at the moment?
She actually worked here at my mansion, a few contraptions and sorts that were helped built by her, and she was free to conduct her astronomical research. Well, at least until 2 days, it was going fine.
I would like to see where Joan was working.
Unfortunately, that won't be possible, I'm sorry.
Would you like me to find her or not?
I think what's most important is that we get into the city.
There are 2 rooms readily available.
They got locks.
It'd be alright if we put our things away. Pierre walks into the one on the left.
I will follow him in.
That's Father John and
Well, this
Nina
is us
on the
then.
right.
Alright then.
And now. So you spend the rest of the evening drinking, talking, eating, and drawing up a basic plan. You know that you'll probably head into the CBD tomorrow, but the idly-fiddly points of it you can talk about in the morning. So eventually, the 4 of you will retire to your rooms. You head upstairs. Father and Mina, you head to the door on the right. And Jørgen and Pierre, you head to your door on the left. And eventually, you will all fall asleep. Pierre, Jørgen, can you please give me a listen roll? Thank you.
Just FYI, I have cloth ears, so... Cloth ears just means you
Can't hear very well.
Can't hear anything.
Oh, okay.
Got
That's
like wool in your ears.
Hard success.
You stir and you hear the sound of hushed arguing, and one of them seems to appear to be the voice of Daniel. It's quite muffled at the moment. You can't really hear, but it feels quite urgent. Not heated, just urgent.
Okay. Can I hear it sort of through the door or through a wall?
If you put your ear up to the wall, you kind of hear words here and there, which is basically, last 2 days, no way it can be fixed. She's the only one. Those are the main things you can kind of grab. There's just a few little words you can pick out of the air. As you walk around, you have to pass Jørgen. What is your next move?
To wake Jørgen by poking him with my cane. But gently. You know. I'd sort of gently lay the cane across your mouth and then a sort of quiet.
Sorry, I was having quite a nice dream, actually. I was sitting in a fjord.
That's marvellous. Listen, there's something we might want to... Is the conversation still going?
It's still going.
Okay, so I just sort of finger to my lips and beckon into the wall and bade him listen.
Is there a cup in the room?
Yeah, you find a
little
cup
glass in the
a little
bathroom?
glass. One of you would have brought a water up or something
very
up
smart.
and you can listen.
Pop that against... I mean, my listen sucks, so maybe you should...
He's an egghead.
We're still going. I mean, the hard success that you rolled is enough to kind of... Those are the main things that you will get. You can still hear them in much more hushed whispers, but those are the main things you hear. And there's a sense of urgency to it.
No way it can be fixed. She's the only one. This is what I heard.
Not a lot to go on,
Not very
unfortunately.
much.
They could be talking about my friend,
Your friend? Yeah, wait.
Joan. She went missing 2 days ago. Perhaps something has gone wrong with her research and they need her to fix it.
And what is it she was working on again?
He would not tell me. He was very cagey about it, but he did say it was to do with astronomy, finding what is out there.
Seems to me then that if there's something that cannot be fixed, it might be
Can you guys
might be
both
slightly
make a no
dangerous.
roll?
Success. Regular.
Hard success.
It becomes painfully clear to you, Pierre, that the better way to hear conversations is to go out and get closer to a conversation. Actually listen to them and go closer, rather than to spend time in the room talking about what it might be.
Okay, it's a good idea actually. Thank you, me. Listen, you're feeling a little...
lob that your way.
Yeah. So sometimes you just lose sense of where exactly you are. Listen, are you feeling intrepid?
I've come pretty normal. I've come halfway across the world in a plane. 4 hours. I'm feeling pretty intrepid, I would say, yes.
Okay, well then, no shoes, just socks.
Kidoki.
It's a tagline for Ambrosia Island.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Sorry, that one really tickled me.
I was the weekends, I say. It's pretty good. I killed a woman.
And so you
No shoes, just socks.
slipping your shoes off tentatively.
Sneaking out into the corridor.
You walk out and you try and follow the voices. You go down a few corridors and
Gosh, they're carrying a long way.
just as you're about to
Very good hearing.
come around the corner, you can hear them coming your way.
Oh, they're moving through the house. Okay.
Is there anywhere? Is it just sort of nondescript corridor?
There are doors everywhere.
And is any way listening would alert us to like, if a room's empty, or is it just understood that most of these rooms are empty?
You've got about 5 seconds to figure
I
it out.
open
this
the
one.
nearest door. Yeah.
So you quickly
Scooby-Doo.
you talk about it for a little bit. Do you reckon it's okay? Is it empty? Well, you just get it okay. And you quickly run and shut the door, and you hear them passing through, still talking. It's very much like, look, hopefully they'll find her soon, and then we can actually figure this out, and it will all be safely gone.
We're going to sneak out behind them, obviously. We're trying to hear more of the conversation.
You're going to follow them?
Yep, I think so.
Yeah, you can go.
Yeah, at this point in the soundtrack, looking at you, Paul, you need to put some really nice... dun, dun,
Hello, mother.
dun,
Hello,
music.
father. Here I am at sneaking corridors.
And basically, as you follow them, you hear them start to go on. Look, she's the only one who knows how to fix the machine. I don't want anyone going in there unless it's her. So when she comes back, she can fix it. It can all be right. No one's to go in there except for her.
Is that Daniel?
That's Daniel.
Ah, okay.
Have we heard who he's talking to?
Just a staff member.
Okay.
It's a member that generally hangs around the first floor. You've maybe seen him once or twice, but it's nothing of any significance. They've head off downstairs into the light and heading down to the front floor from there.
I think we've gleaned what we're going to glean here. Yeah.
I think so. Probably back to the room is the safest.
Yeah.
As into the room where they were, or like the direction that they came from.
Can have a wander.
We could have a...
You're already up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're up.
While we're up.
You're adventurous guys.
We are. We're
Come on.
intrepid.
Let's... if someone says, oh, what are you doing? We're just going for a nice night stroll.
Yeah, you couldn't sleep. Full of...
It's a lag. A plane lag. Propeller lag.
jet lag.
We did not take a jet, did we?
It's they call it's the dirigible lag.
Ah, okay.
So this conversation's coming forth in hushed whispers as you make your way down, work out your plan as you go, and you round the corner where you know they came from, and there's 3 doors along that side of the corridor. Potentially that's where they potentially came from, but that's as far as you know so far.
Open.
So you open the one
Closest one?
Open the one that's closest to you. It just seems like a general amenities room, almost what amounts to a broom closet. You go there. It's not that, you assume. You open up into the second one, and it what appears to be some sort of like a panel room. Glass windows on the right-hand side, appearing into what you assume is a much larger room on the right-hand side.
First off, Pierre's not using his cane. You like to roll to see if you notice?
To be honest, I'm not even going to get you to roll for that. John was, he got caught on something out. That's why I made him roll for it. It's pretty clear that he isn't using his cane.
Oh, okay.
So for those at home, I just
Phil is just looking.
gave Pierre
yeah.
a sort of up and down frown. Look, not going to challenge him. Just
Yeah.
like
Pierre doesn't.
I've noticed that.
Pierre doesn't draw attention to it. He's just best look around as he walks into the room.
I agree.
So you walk into the small panel room.
Yeah.
It's fairly small, fairly cramped. It almost just looks like an observing room. And there's a few like skewed notepads around, just kind of general.
Anything written on them?
Few numbers here and there. Nothing that you can really ascertain of any importance.
And you say there are windows in this room that look onto another room.
Into the third room, what you assume is the third room.
Like in an interrogation.
In a sense.
Sweet. Yeah.
But it's...
That, but more of a scientific observation setup.
Exactly that.
Peering through the glass, what's in the other room?
So as you look through the glass, it's a widespread room. What immediately grabs your attention is what will be on your west side. Dominating that entire wall is a big, large screen that affects the entirety of that wall. Below it, a whole bunch of knobs and dials and little contraptions. What you know, Hyun, to be some sort of computer device with a large screen at the top. But what's kind of more pressing is that you can see it's broken. You can see it's not working to some capacity. In fact, what's most notable is that it looks burnt. It looks like maybe it's combusted, maybe something happened to it externally, but it looks very damaged. There's no one inside the room. It's entirely white. It seems to literally be that room is there for the express purpose to house those computers.
What are you thinking?
I think perhaps I can find out what Joan was working on if I can get her machine working up again. If I go back to my room and get my tools, maybe you could keep an eye out for me.
Gladly. Makes no difference to me.
You are a man of many surprises.
I know.
D'accord.
Here you sidle past Pierre.
Yeah, I'm going to stroll back to get my tools.
Yeah, with a bit of haste, you kind of head back to your room,
Dart
dart
up
in.
and down.
Your
grab my
bag's still
tool.
there. You've
Great.
got everything. You
My
quickly
tools. Yep.
speed out and head back. Pierre, are you still in the panel room at this point?
Maybe just with the door open ajar, just to assist with listening out for any footsteps.
Yeah, absolutely.
Any more conversations?
Everything seems quite quiet, quite normal. For the moment, at least, it's just you there alone. No immediate danger. Hyun comes back.
So I'm going to try the door into the computer room.
It unlocks.
It's open.
It's,
Great.
it's open. It's there. You head in. And
Hands on hip, as the way workmen do. Hands on. Suck a bit of air through my teeth. Well, this is going to be quite the job. It looks like it's a bit burnt.
as you head over, can you give me a computer use check? Thanks.
Of course. So I'm going to push it by taking like a panel off the computer and having a look like actually inside of it.
Yep, so actually you duck down below, you see there's like just a wall of panels underneath, so you're going to actually pull
Lever
apart that
one off.
grate, lever one off, and
See what
there's
the damage is like inside.
Yeah, and get an idea of the inner workings.
Yes, 6, which is a extreme success.
Extreme success.
Yes.
So you can ascertain two things from this. Number one, you don't know how, but the entire inner workings down below there have been engulfed in flames.
From the inside.
From the inside. You know that somehow it has travelled through and has come through the entire circuitry at the bottom.
In some sort of unnatural way.
In some sort of unnatural
way. As
way.
if the flame might be alive.
Potentially.
Where have I seen that before?
Where have you seen that before? And it's useful to note that as you go from the wiring, you start to look at the computers, you start to look at all the knobs and dials and see how they travel up in wires outside. You remember seeing on your way as you were flying over and you saw the mansion from the top, you remember seeing a dish of sorts. And you've heard rumors about this, that there is a thing that, in fact, during your time at the expo that you're at where you met Joan, you remember her talking about what she was working on, which was what she described as a radio telescope.
I was just about to say those words. I was going to see if that was on the right track.
This is what you talked a lot about. This is what she was excited about. She talked about she finally has the money, the funding, potentially, to be able to realize this. And she described it to you in detail, and things are starting to click. This idea that, as Daniel said, she was searching something. She liked looking beyond, seeing what was possible.
Into the deep.
Into the deep.
Deep field.
And so
deep
as you kind of look at what this potential device is, it's not unreasonable to believe that she was looking up there and she was seeing on the screen.
Is there a readout or something, the last readout from the machine or anything like that?
If you go over to the right-hand side, you can find a readout that seems to have the last week of findings.
So glad he doesn't know what to do with this, Daniel. So I'm going to tear it off.
Yep, you're going to tear it off, and there is a table. There's like a workbench on the right hand side that you can go and pop it over. You actually see that there's a couple of other papers there as well that go week by week.
So I'm going to glance through the window at Pierre and sort of like a all clear look.
I'm looking at you.
You still don't see or hear anything. Everything, for the most part, seems fine.
Okay, so I'm going to arrange the pieces of paper on the table and see if I can make head nor tail of them.
You know, you have your extreme success, so you can read these. They're coordinates. They're coordinates, and what is becoming abundantly
like sky
clear.
Coordinates?
Yeah,
okay.
Sky coordinates. She is constantly searching. She's ticking off. It's either got an all clear, all nothing, searching, all clear, all nothing, and then it stops on a coordinate, and that's where the ink just stops dry.
And presumably that's when the machine exploded.
Usually that's when...
Well, I'm going to take that piece with those coordinates for myself.
You stash it away.
Yep.
In your vest or in your or whatever, your jammies.
Overalls, or my jammies, yeah. Creeping around in my
Scammy
no
jammies.
shoes on. And a quick glance around to see if there's anything else in this room might give me a clue about Joan, whether there's any of her personal effects in here, a notebook, anything like that.
It seems that you see a considerable amount between you and Pierre, you find more of those kind of scribblings. What you were looking at in that panel room, those scribblings are clearly the scribblings that you're seeing here more. You just ascertain that this is months and months of searching and searching and searching. And if you had to make an educated guess, you say all her work is here. Daniel had said that she'd been here for a couple of months. This is all she's been doing, just searching and looking and writing down and getting readouts, checking them off and searching and searching.
That is how you do science. You just keep going until you get the results, you know.
And at some point, she hits something.
Okay, well, if there's nothing else in here, I think we should perhaps get out of Dodge, learning your American slang, and make back to our bedroom.
And you head back, and you make it safely to your room.
Looking at this little piece of paper.
Sean looks like he's up to something. I don't like this.
Have we entered the room yet?
Yes, you have.
Okay.
You've closed the door behind.
Okay. Which one of our faces is melting?
Neither.
Damn it, Sean!
Okay.
You've learned so well from me how to do
Fucking
unnerving narration by being
spooky bitch.
Okay.
by being vague.
By being a spooky bitch.
Do you like the left or the right side of the bed?
Are you sleeping in the same bed?
Was this only one bed?
No, it's two beds.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
Jørgen
I
pushed
thought you
them
said there was
together.
only one bed.
I mean, I can be persuaded easily.
Actually, I've never had much interest in things of that nature, so I'll think a pass.
It's any time you fancy a change.
I have tried in my past, but doesn't really do it for me.
Perhaps you're just not met the right libertine.
It's possible. But perhaps another time, Pierre.
Fair enough. You're clearly married to your scribbles.
You could say that, yes. I'm sure he said that there was one bed in each room,
he
and we
said
didn't
two
mind
beds.
bunking.
Two in each
beds,
room.
yeah.
Fine.
I think he did say bunking, but
The wish, perhaps.
No, as I've just
the lady
established,
does protest too much.
Jørgen is asexual, so it's not interesting.
And so
Maybe Pierre.
Go on, says Pierre, not understanding this at all.
This idea. What is it?
It's crazy talk.
And where is that piece of paper that you ripped off?
in my Jimmy Jammies?
Yes. So
I
we can-
have those stripy Jimmy Jammies.
A onesie?
Little top pocket.
Like a
No,
like
it's a
onesie?
top and bottom set, but buttons.
Very pragmatic
Boo.
pajama set.
Yes, with stripes.
If this were a film, we would zoom in past the jacket pocket and you'd see the piece of paper laying there, rested closely against your chest. And as we zoom out, there's another piece of paper, and it's illuminated by orange, and it's in a hand. And that hand belongs to Father John. And Father John is reading this piece of paper. To extinguish the flame, protect the one won't be the same, and fears being undone. And Father, you're staring at this piece of paper that's got these words burnt into it. And as you continue to stare harder and harder, these burnings seem to change, and they start to melt and reform. Turns into what appears to be gibberish. But feel free to roll a Cthulhu Mythos for me.
No, I fail.
Come on, you roll like a master all day.
The mythos is very confusing to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's everybody, I think.
You know it's no language that you are aware of, or markings that you are aware of, but it eludes you at this point. As you look up from the page and you feel a direct heat burning onto your forehead, and you look up and you once again see that big, fiery, burning flame looking at you. And as you look to the left, you once again see Pierre. But Pierre has his hand, and he's not bleeding at all. And you look over at Mina, and her hand is gone. And you wake up. And can you give me a sanity roll, please?
I absolutely can. And I'll also do...
I thought that was in the room for
I
a
will
second.
also do the one for when the man dropped dead in front of me.
Yeah.
So I'll do that one first. Yeah, I'm fine. And then the one for the big ball of orange.
Make it sound so nice.
I'm also fine for that one as well.
An orange.
Yeah.
I'm very resolute.
Your mind is like a fortress.
Yeah.
You wake up, and Mina does not wake up. Your eyes snap open, and you open your hand, and that page is there.
Ah.
And you reach into your chest where you'd placed that paper from before.
Into your chest.
into your chest.
Chest pocket.
Yeah, and it's not there.
It's in my hand.
This is the page.
Yes.
And it now has all 4 lines etched onto it in this strange language.
So is it that this has transferred itself into the new language? That piece of paper has the strange markings that I can't understand, or is it the new word, the words all put together now?
It's all 4 lines, but it's no longer in English.
Right,
It is in
okay.
that strange language.
Beautiful, beautiful.
You know it is those 4 lines.
Yeah.
That much you are certain of.
Okay, so it has translated itself into another language,
Yes.
a language that I am
Yes.
unsure of and perhaps worried by.
You're worried by, but you're not shocked by this time. You've had a few of these dreams now.
Yeah.
Whether this is a good or a bad thing, you're getting somewhat used to them.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing. It's definitely a good thing. It's nothing to be worried about at all. I can kill people by looking at them. It's definitely fine. I'm going to have a look at Mia. She's sleeping.
Mita's still sleeping.
Yep.
Her hand is still
What are
on
you
her.
gonna do about it? Fuck you too, buddy.
I'm
Forget
gonna,
about it.
I'm going to
Walk
offer
on
a
you.
short prayer for her as I go to sleep, and a prayer that she is protected through her ignorance.
Fuck
Absolutely.
Fuck you up, man.
That the physical world is something she delights in, and I hope that she can reap that bounty of God's glory and not show an interest in things other.
And that prayer is made. And you are content with that at least. And you fall back to sleep. And you all awake to the sound of a hearty knock from the one who I cannot remember his name.
Talking.
Tarkin.
Tarkers.
Tarquin.
Tarquin.
T-Dog.
Tarquin. Tarquin knocks on the door and says, I just wanted to give you a wake-up call. It is about 8 in the morning. The sun is up. And just wanted to give you that call. Thank you. Have a good morning.
Oh my goodness, we slept in. Mia, we slept in.
And he walks off.
Jeez. I slept like a rock last night. Oh, there was some... I don't know, I thought I dreamt about some fucking muttering or something. I don't know. It's like I was back in church or something. Dreams, am I right?
I wouldn't dwell on it. Dreams don't mean much. They're just the mind reorganizing itself.
Yeah, no, I don't give a fuck. Let's get out of here.
So you head out the room and go across the length of the thin hallway to get to the other door?
Yeah, we dress and go to our friends and
You knock
gather
on the
them.
door. I mean, they didn't say it's unlocked, so it is open.
We
They
stick
said it's
our,
locked,
stick
rather,
our
yeah.
heads in.
Wake up.
Hey, good morning.
Good
I
morning.
presume you're awake and it's 8.
I am
Well,
now.
Scandinavians often rise early. Yes, so I am well awake. I've been studying the coordinates in my hand, trying to think if I rack my brain if they mean anything to me. Astronomy is not really my field,
You can give me an astronomy roll if you like.
so that's it's a science, right? So it's 0.1.
Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to,
Well,
you're,
one, not 0.1.
Sorry, yeah,
Yeah.
you're going from nothing.
yeah, no. But library.
Hey, what are you trying to do?
Well, I did a little bit investigating, and I may have found what Joan was working on, and may even have found what she found.
What was she working on?
She had a computer.
What's that?
attached to it. Oh, she had the very advanced telescope.
All right.
Did you see there was a dish on the roof?
I saw there was a circle.
Yes, that is what we call a dish.
All right.
So what does this thing do?
It concentrates signals from the outer space.
What? Sounds like some mumbo
it's a-
jumbo kind
I
of
mean,
stuff.
it is, yes, it is a science thing, but she was looking at the stars for something specific, and I think she found it. And when she found it, guess what? Fire. Exploded her computer.
So the same kind of fire thing that we were dealing with.
I don't know if you know.
That's what I think.
I don't know if you know this, but the sun is made of fire. So is it just her little dishy thing just break by pointing out the sun?
I'm pretty sure that that is not the case. It's a good idea, Father, but don't think so.
That's not how science works.
Well, you can't point a telescope at a sun. You on your eyes. You learn that when you start.
Well, that's the thing. The computer does the looking, so the human doesn't actually have to look at it with their own eyes.
Okay, well, how the... Anyway.
So she...
It's not... All the telescopes I've ever used when I've done stargazing, I don't understand it.
So
I don't understand what that's about. I studied it at uni. It's just...
Okay, I think we're getting off topic here. So she finds something. She sees something. And then, poof, fire, and she's nowhere to be found, right?
That is right. I cannot think of the significance of what she was looking at, but maybe if we have access to the library that Daniel was talking about, I might be able to...
where is she looking in the stars?
I think she was looking everywhere. She was there for months.
Oh, you'd need a star map of this area first, and then you'd need to work backwards from that. The library would have one.
So I think
I like
we're going
this
to
guy.
the library.
Like I said, I studied it at uni.
Well, we should work together.
All right, let's go.
Do you actually have astronomy?
Yes.
Oh, that's what I've been in character dropping to you. I've been like, studied at uni.
Well, I thought because you were saying I don't know how how a radio telescope...
How a radio telescope
okay,
works,
okay.
which is weird science.
Yes. Well, this is the readout from where the telescope was last pointed. Does these sky coordinates mean anything to you?
They won't mean anything because I don't know what they are. Like, you can't just, the sky's a big thing.
Right.
So we need to go to the library, get a star map that's equivalent to this area, and then from that we can probably piece it together.
Well, I defer to you. Let's get to going.
Did you find anything else while you were there?
No, just a room with lots of notes.
Nothing that stood out to me.
Interesting that this research, this looking at stars business would be so important that Daniel would be concerned about where her whereabouts are. It's
Well,
just stars. Who fucking cares?
Hi, you've heard of a lunatic, have you?
Yeah, I see him all the time on the streets.
Do you know why that happens? People look at the moon too much and they go mad.
I'm not sure that's really...
It's the root Latin word luna. A lunatic is someone who stares at the moon and goes mad.
I think some people are just fucking crazy.
I'm not sure there's actually been any scientific research to back that up, but...
And there's another quick knock on the door.
That is the etymology of that word.
I know, exactly. Yeah. That's not empirically proven.
That's not how science works.
Also,
I think he's also really surprised that you know actual astronomy. It's like, yeah, you're a mystic guy.
Also, Lunar Day is Monday. It does a moon day. Like, it doesn't, like, in Italian.
Lundi is Monday in French as well.
Yeah.
We've got a lot to learn and teach each other.
There's a lot, like,
And share and grow.
But Pierre also answers the door.
Yeah, because Pierre was the only one listening to the keeper.
No, I was as well.
And Pierre, the only non-rude one, comes up to the door, opens it up, and it's the guy that I cannot remember.
Tarquin.
Tarquin. I'm just going to write it down now. So I can
Tacos.
actually...
I presumed it was Tarquin who was chatting with Daniel that evening.
Did you say it was a lady?
Another.
It wasn't. It was a different person.
Oh.
I mean, Tarquin opens the door. He goes, as per Daniel, your request, Daniel's given you the address for Joan's apartment as
I
well.
thought it was going to be a violin.
No, I'm sorry.
Everything you said in that sentence suggested it was going to be that.
I'm sorry.
How?
The thing I was looking for. What's wrong with you? You not listen to anything? Yeah, just goes and sits on his bed. Smokes a cigarette.
As you said, you don't know how to play a violin. I'm not sure why you need one.
I'll take the address then. Thank you.
Then he leaves.
Is breakfast being served?
Oh, would you like breakfast? Yes.
Yes, we have a
Breakfast
big
is-
day ahead.
Absolutely. If you'd like to come down to the table, I'm sure we can accommodate you.
All right, then we'll stick our heads down, have a quick breakfast, and then off to the library, and then off into the city.
And then you're all good. Get your things ready. You get clothed. You get dressed. You take any of your belongings that you'd like to bring with you.
And take my whole
All of
my
my whole
toolkit.
shebang. Everything with you.
I'm
And-
leaving it here.
Well, I got a garrote and some playing cards, so yeah, they're coming with us. It doesn't really matter.
Gotta bring your playing cards. And you,
Might get
Tied
bored.
up.
Might get bored while we're doing all the science stuff.
Yeah, well, Pierre and Mia just hang out in the library.
Well, that's why I've got my garrote.
and so, do you? Are you looking to conduct any business over breakfast, or are you just happy to?
It's just a quick.
Yeah,
We're in
good.
and out, straight to the library.
You come in, you have some fruit, you have some coffee, tea, and whatever else you would like. Fill yourselves up. Tarquin he offers you to take you to where the train station is, unless you would rather just be pointed in the direction.
Just point us in the direction. Just point us in the direction.
Oh, if you just go down the hill down there and take a right hand turn, it's actually only a few minutes by car, so just a little bit longer.
I'm sure we won't miss it.
It's one way in. You just hop on. It's free.
Hey, that's a kindness. Let's head ourselves to the. Let's finish up here and then we'll head to the train.
It's worth noting Daniel is not at breakfast. Yeah. He may have had it earlier, and Tarquin tells you as much. Had breakfast quite early, and he's off for the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We head to the library.
You head to the train station. The library's in the city.
In order to head to the library.
Oh, right. I thought the library was in this building.
No. Everything is pretty much everything is
in this,
as a normal city.
I mean, he probably has a personal library, but
that's what
I'm guessing it doesn't have what we're looking for.
Great, cool.
Yeah.
We head to the train.
So you head down to the train station. Takes you about 20 minutes by walk.
Is there?
Is it quite modern, the train?
Once again, by 1935 standards. So it's
I'm just like, can you feel the funding and the money here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And also, when we're walking past, so obviously we're walking from this mansion. Are we passing other buildings? Like, is it kind of still populated even though it's on the outskirts, or
this isn't really a populated place?
Okay.
People don't really live here besides Daniel
and his servants.
Yes.
Yeah.
Besides that, I mean, everything else is, you see some of the guards walking around. There's like kind of a loose border force. There's a few tents and small buildings set up for their purposes. But other than that, and you see, a few cars that are transporting goods around, some heading towards the train station, some heading back. They kind of way in. Mm-hmm. The dock's busy.
Is anyone else on the train, like passenger-wise, or is it just...
There's a few people. There's a few people waiting to go on.
What do they look like? What kind of people do they look like?
It's a mixture of people. There's one person wearing an apron who looks like he may have been part of the kitchen. He's heading into the city, presumably back to his home. Mm-hmm. There's a few people that are just in general casual clothes, some that you might ascertain to be scientists, a myriad of different people, more walks of life. Some carriages are more emptier than others.
And as we approach the city, can we get an estimate of how many people live there from its size?
I mean, once you're in there, sure.
Yeah.
But at this point, you're just still on the train platform.
Wait until the train arrives. Try to keep to ourselves, I presume.
You heading into an empty carriage or a more populated one?
Empty.
And so you head into the empty carriage. Doors eventually close. You hear the sound of the steam rise, and that is heading off. And you start heading off into the city. And it's fairly bland in terms of the surroundings. In the far, far, far distance, you can see the beginnings, kind of the edge of the forest. Then one of the carriages opens and a person comes in and they just sit down. They have a paper out and they're just reading, just dressed in black.
What paper?
Paper?
Yeah. Is it like the Ambrosia Island Times, or is it like from London? Or
it's from London. Right. Yeah. So it's not there. There's no Ambrosia.
They don't have a local
equivalent.
news or anything.
No. I mean, this would be an import.
Yeah.
Which is quite easy from London.
Can we see what the headline says?
Pardon?
What is the headline?
For London? It says shortage of tea in London. Oh shit! It's something to do with their prime minister. It's some sort of local electorate.
Some sort of scandal, maybe.
Yeah.
Tea scandal.
Yeah.
Brewing.
Neville Chamberlain. Is this the year that they get peace in our time, or is that 36?
Who's to say? Not one of us.
Everybody going, the British PM says Hitler's okay.
Yeah.
Says, don't worry, probably won't come to anything.
Yeah, I think it is 35, actually.
Yeah.
It is 35, yeah. He's just a rambunctious youth. It's fine.
Yeah, it'll blow over.
Yeah.
Boys will be boys.
Just appease him. Hitler will be cool. We promise.
And from the other carriage, another person comes in as well and sits down. He's also dressed in black.
Psychology.
Knife out.
What the hell are these people doing all dressed in black?
Psychology roll?
Yeah, just to see if Jørgen is suspicious or not.
Yeah,
He probably
absolutely.
won't be because I have very bad psychology. I'm suspicious, but I don't know if Jørgen will be.
I'm rolling that up as well.
Mine's a 96.
And what's your generic skill in that?
10%.
That's a fumble.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was 97, 98, 99, 100.
I thought it was 96 to 100.
Oh,
You're just
It's 96 up.
You're just gawping
96.
open mouthed.
You're just looking out the window.
You are completely oblivious.
Yeah, I'm the
you're looking
opposite.
outside. You're maybe casually chatting about one of your inventions. Back when I was, and you're chatting happily about some of the stuff that you've thought of. Fairly affable once again.
Can I roll a spot hidden?
What are you looking for?
I don't know. Anything? No, anything that's hidden. No.
I guess let's look for asking me to roll a skill, and more so just let me know what you're trying to do. And I'll give you a skill for that.
Basically, I want to kind of sum up who these people are. Do they look like thugs? Do they look like scientists? Do they, what's their
intent-
game
what's their
and where are
intention?
they heading? Yeah.
Or are you looking for like what they look like or what they're doing?
What they're doing.
What they're doing? Okay, well, that's going to be a psychology roll.
I don't have anything in that.
Well, if you say, are they hiding weapons, would be spotted.
Yeah.
But you didn't say that, so.
No. Sorry, no, it's a fail.
It's nothing that you notice.
I also rolled a psychology and failed.
Failed, yep.
Could I just look for any suspicious movements from them or anything that
Whether
give them
they're
away?
watching us or something.
Yeah.
And as you start to look around, a third person enters. And a fourth.
Also in
And
black?
a fifth. They're
Okay.
all dressed in black.
I'm pretty sure all of us would be suspicious. No, not
Yeah.
me.
You are not.
me. Not me.
You are not.
I'm just like... And the thing was, my cousin, my niece, she wanted something that would be
And just
a
make
fly.
that quick roll for me, Pierre.
I'm going to use 6 luck points to make that a success.
Yep. You notice, as one of them turns around to lock the cabin door behind him, you see a flash of his knife that's in his back pocket, as all 5 of them stand up and face the 4 of you.
As I was saying, so what she wanted was a toy that she
And
could
we're going into initiative.
What the
Roll to Cast Ambrosia Island is a Baby Beard Media production. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and all our podcasts are on Spreaker, Spotify, YouTube, and all good podcatchers. You can support us on Patreon at www.patreon.com/babybeard. Pulp Cthulhu and all associated properties are trademark of Chaosium Inc. Used with permission.
You've been listening to a Robots Radio podcast. Smart shows for interesting people. Check out all the shows at robotsradio.net.
Do you like adventure?
Yeah.
Do you like laughing?
Yeah.
Would you like to listen to a group of people you don't know play D&D and reference retro pop culture you vaguely remember? Excellent. You're going to love Committee Quest. We play D&D in the world of Amarin. We use adventure modules and supplements made by people in the community. We also have a sweet synthwave backing track. Come and join us on our adventure. Volume 1 has been completed. Volume 2 coming the end of January. You can find us on iTunes, Podbean, or wherever you get your podcasts from.